Right, Thursday night smokes this week. Not going to be a long one because it's getting colder in the evenings. I'm just going for a quick little Glenmorangie number 10. So this is the 10-year-old. This is one of those whiskies that I really recommend if you're new to whiskies. It's a very easy, sweet little number, which I think is quite nice if you're just getting into it. You don't want that really heavy burn that you get with some. Cigar-wise, I'm going for quite a strong cigar though. So this is not one for the faint-hearted. This is the Plasencia that I've had several times before now. If I could just remember what its name is, I'll put it up on screen. Let's take the labels off because I know these come off quite easy, which is always nice. It's definitely getting colder. It's quite a nice, oh, that does smell good. There's quite a nice little chill on that glass. It's that much colder out here. So I do quite like this shape of cigar. It is definitely a fine art to roll a cigar that shape and get it to burn properly. So yep, that's what I'm having tonight. This is a good, it's ironic. Not going to shoot a long video, but this is quite a long cigar. I was out having some lunch with friends today, and we were talking about TikTok and stuff. And some of the things they suggested I should do, and actually I think it's a good idea. So you'll see these coming up in the next few weeks. I'm going to do some good whiskies to try for a Christmas present, essentially. What I think is a good, safe bet if you want to give somebody a bottle of whiskey, but you don't know what to get them because you don't know a lot about whiskies. So I'm going to go for a nice budget one, a good mid-range one, and an expensive one. Also going to do the same with cigars. And I'm also going to do the same with some cigar accessories, if I could speak properly, like lighters and cutters and stuff. Mainly because you don't have to get like a deer lighter. This is one of the Calibre lighters, which I don't use very often, I have to admit. I normally use the smaller one. But this is a £60 lighter. Now you can get a perfectly good lighter for around the £20 mark. They look good, and they're, as a present, would be ideal to get you, you know, partner or family member or dad, granddad, whatever. I also like this style of cigar because I think it's one of the fastest cigars to light because you're only lighting that tiny little tip on the end. Oh, that pairs really well. Okay, lovely sweet whiskey, dark chocolate and coffee cigar. Definitely a good mix. And that's the other thing I'm going to do as well. I'm going to do a couple of videos about good pairings, good solid pairings. So if you're not sure, you can go to someone and go, right, I want this and I want this, and you'll know you're going to win. It's one of those things, it's not easy necessarily to describe, but it's quite nice when you get it right and it makes you feel better. So if there are any videos you want to see in terms of like whiskies and pairings, what sort of stuff to go for, or any other things like accessories, drop a comment, let me know, and I'll answer it. So I plan on doing quite a series of that as we're running up to Christmas, because it's like, well, perfect time to do it, really. Definitely recommend that. A good, solid, everyday little dram. You may have noticed I'm not using my Dimus glass. There's a reason for that. At the end of last week's video, Thursday Night Smokes, I moved because I thought I'd sit somewhere else, and I kicked the table and the glass went for a Burton. So it's in several pieces. Luckily, they're sending me out a new one, so I shall do another unboxing video for that when it arrives. It is definitely something I would recommend to people. It is one of those glasses, it's hard to explain, but if you like your whiskies and you like a good solid weighted glass, it's really good. So I hope everybody's having a really good week so far. Weekend is almost here. The nights are definitely getting in. Don't forget, the clocks change this Sunday in the UK. I believe we lose an hour, so that's no fun. But at least the nights will be slightly later. Everything comes back a bit. So it won't be dark quite so early, which is good. But yeah, definitely not looking forward to losing an hour's sleep. But there's more daylight. So yeah, swings and roundabouts. But there you go. That's Thursday Night Smokes for this week. As I said, not the longest one that I've done. But that's because it's cold and I'm going to go somewhere that I hope is a bit more sheltered. But yeah, See you on the next one.